we getting any insight into how this TV show is going to go? People, you should just watch it for the comedic value, right? Or you can run like a promo. How many times does Danielle make a dig at Tim? And then you I don't know, make it a game. Eat a piece of popcorn.
Well, hey, let's be honest, it's Friday night. Who doesn't want a nice drinking game? There you go.
That's Biz TV.
Oh, yeah. Hello, everyone, and thanks for tuning in to the latest edition of FranCoach's Franchising 101 podcast. I'm Tim Parmeter, founder and CEO of FranCoach and your podcast host. Today, we have a little bit of a different episode. We have a return guest with us today who is incredibly talented, experienced, been around the industry for a long time, and she's really, really cute. Now, before anybody gets up in arms, she's also my wife, so I kind of get away with saying that. But we have an exciting announcement kind of with FranCoach, with she and I, and a brand new venture that we are launching. So want to kind of share that. And then if you're looking for an episode where I want to really learn some super cool nugget about franchising that I didn't know, this ain't the episode, but we're going to have some fun, and we do have some exciting news to kind of share with you. But I promise FranCoach is a national search firm. We are here to help you learn more about franchise ownership. Number one goal for us and our team is to properly educate you on franchise ownership, even though that doesn't necessarily happen a bunch on this episode, and then ultimately help you find your best franchise to own. That's what we do normally as FranCoach and on the Franchising 101 podcast. But always happy to be able to chat with my wife, no matter what it is, but certainly in this format. So here we go.
Hi, this is Danielle Wright with the Franchising 101 podcast takeover. Hi, Tim Parmeter. Thank you for joining us today.
Hi, Danielle. Thanks for having me on my podcast as a guest. So
I
kind
know.
of you.
It's such a great thing to change it up a bit, doesn't it?
We have exciting news to share. Do you want to share it with everyone?
Is it exciting?
It's a little frightening.
It's definitely frightening.
It's news.
I'm yes. This just in kind of news,
yes,
or
exactly.
like news, hey, it's scrolling across the ticker and you're gonna miss it if you don't pay attention.
No, I think it's the DDD one. Yeah.
This just in.
Which is what? What's just in?
It's your news to share.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
I tried to take over the podcast. You took it back. If I share the news, you're just going to take it back.
No, I was giving it back to you.
You're good. This is what people want to hear. The comedy between the two of us.
When's
and guess
that
what,
start?
audience? I'm sitting in Florida. He's sitting in Arizona. This makes it even more fun.
Yes. Key to a successful marriage, different time zones.
Different houses.
Different houses, different time zones.
Different beds, different homes, different things. You get your own stuff. I mean, really, we could turn this into a therapy conversation, but I don't think that Franchising 101 podcast people really want to know.
No, but they are going to find out and be super excited that this, whatever this is,
comedy act,
yes,
dysfunctional relationship
is going on the road, so to speak. In that we have the first of its kind television show about franchising that is launching literally tomorrow, which is not a great reference point if you aren't listening today when this comes out, which is August 29th. You're going to miss it.
But wait, there's more.
Every Friday night starting August 30th, which is tomorrow, unless it's not, but every Friday at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific.
Did you confirm that? It is 8 Eastern? 5 Pacific.
No, I should probably do that. I'm pretty sure it's 8. If it's not 8, it's 8:30, and you'll be there early. And I'm sure the
somewhere
show
in that window that starts with an 8 or a 5, depending upon time zone.
Pretty damn sure it's 8 Eastern.
Oh,
and then 5
use
Pacific.
The D word.
That's how sure I'm faking, right? So it is the Franchising 360 show where we take a 360-degree view of the world of franchising with me and my lovely co-host Danielle Wright. So
that's me.
Where do we find this?
That's me, right? I'm Danielle.
Where do we find this show, Danielle?
on Biz TV.
Biz TV, which is cleverly spelled BIZ and the letters T and V. Find it online for sure at biztv.com. The Biz TV app is on like wherever you get like all your TV stuff. And then most communities have it on kind of one of those local channels that you usually probably don't pay a lot of attention to, but you'll definitely want to on Friday
Reach
nights
out to us.
for
We'll
this.
find your channel. Like, yes, send us a
Yes.
little
Yeah.
message.
Yeah. Message us and we'll quickly tell you, oh, that's the, CW channel 6 or whatever it might be. So that is coming tomorrow. Danielle, how are you feeling about the big watch party we've got going tomorrow night for this?
How do I feel about a watch party? I love some watch parties as long as we're not watching me.
Okay. How are you feeling about getting started with the TV show?
I feel great, Tim Parmeter. How about you?
Oh my gosh. How do I dump a co-host after a few episodes? That's
I
my
don't know. We
thing.
can find you one. Anybody like volunteer that's listening to this podcast right now? You want to raise your hand? We're totally taking guests. You can
Yeah.
fill in. I can promise you, after you watch 2 episodes, you may need to fill in. You may fill in with me. We may kick Tim Parmeter out. That's just fine how it goes.
That's distinct. It is distinctly possible, but it is on this podcast. We always, for the most part, are talking about how to become a franchise owner. The
Yes.
Franchising 360 show, we definitely are going to talk about that. But part of your expertise comes from all the years on the franchisor side. So hit up some of the things that we're going to talk about kind of from maybe a franchisor perspective that we don't hit up as much here on the podcast.
Yeah. So whys, hows, wins, what do they do? We also talk about how to maybe turn your business into a franchise, right? So a lot of people may be listening to your podcast hoping they're going to gain some wisdom on doing that. And then now they'll just turn into the Franchising 360 show to actually understand what that looks like from someone that I know knows about it.
Who would that be when we start having guests on?
Well, my guess is it's not you. Ding, kink.
No, it's not. But no, we all know what the bad ones look like, and getting a chance to learn what it is like to turn a business into a franchise, or even some things once you are a franchise owner. That's the different marketing tips and tricks and things like that to help be a successful owner, maybe even kind of scale that business. And again, things we don't necessarily get to hear as much, so we're kind of excited to dive into that a lot more on Franchising 360.
Yay.
Yay. Um, Anything in particular for our wonderful TV show before they before they cancel us that you're looking forward to doing or talking about?
I don't know. Maybe talking. Shocker.
We'll talk. Tell us more.
You didn't want me to talk on a podcast. I tried to take it over again for the fourth time that, women out there, you have to reiterate to your husbands. They don't hear you the first 3 times. So the fourth time maybe works. Remember, I started this whole thing and then you stole it back. No, I don't want it back. But maybe I'll get time to talk on the show.
You can talk now. You just did.
Yes. Done.
I mean, I wasn't listening, but
I obviously, because that's just how this rolls. Are we getting any insight into how this TV show is going to go, people? You should just watch it for the comedic value, right? Or you can run like a promo. How many times does Danielle make a dig at Tim? And then you like, I don't know, make it a game. Eat a piece of
it's
popcorn.
it's hey, let's be honest, it's Friday night. Who doesn't want a nice drinking game? There you go.
That's Biz TV.
Oh yeah. Well, they don't have to know what's going on behind the scenes. That's why we can tell them this now, so they can be prepared for
You know
this.
what's even more important? More important about watching the Biz TV show of called the Franchising 360 with Tim Parmeter and Danielle. You know what's more important? We
What
have merch. We give away
we
merch.
do.
You don't do that on the podcast, but when we are involved, say, i.e. Danielle, we give away things.
Yes. Um,
Tim's cheap. He doesn't give away. Danielle will give away. What do you want? Tell me. Well, I'm
yeah.
not giving you $1 million because if I'm going to give anybody $1 million, I'm going to give it to me. Sorry. Selfish.
Danielle has Tim's credit card, so she's giving away Franchising 360 March.
I am. So pay attention. Watch the show. Put in requests. Tell us things. Tell us how much you dislike the show. Tell us how much you love the show. Tell us what you want to hear. It is all about community engagement.
Yes. And where would they be able to do that? How could they throw their comments at us?
Hey, there's these great things called pigeons. Have you heard of them?
Yes,
People can send notes on a pigeon. Did you know?
I did not.
Oh, you do now.
Okay.
But I'm guessing
So,
that's not how you want people to submit
I
a
mean,
request.
they can, but then they have to know where to find the pigeon, and then they have to figure out to tell the pigeon where to go,
To
and
you, they know your name. You say it a lot.
that seems like a lot to ask. Maybe there's some
And we
sort of
just told him
like
you were in Arizona and I was in Florida. So I'm sure you could tell the pigeon just,
hit one of those two states.
yeah, and ask for our names.
Yeah, everybody, all the pigeons know us. So I got a head the pigeons love to aim for. So there's that. Um, but there's also this thing, I think it's called the internet, which may be a fad, not sure. But
Do we
website
really want to go down that tunnel right now?
the
I don't think
webs
you do.
the website is the franchising360show.com. Yes, that's a lot of letters, but try finding a domain that word with the word franchising in it that's not taken. It's a little tough. So there's that.
There's a
And of
challenge
course,
right there. Another podcast listeners, he threw a challenge. Maybe he'll give you something. Not.
yes. Yes. Your name said on the air for
Oh,
the, the
well,
other the other six
they,
listeners. So it but we do like, and we already kind of will have that as early as tomorrow night in our first episode, like ways to get some free merch, and who doesn't want something for free that you can put on the top shelf of your cabinet and never use again.
and hey, if you watch all 13 episodes, episode 13 might have a nice giveaway too.
Do we know what that is?
I thought you knew what it is.
No, we didn't really plan out the giveaway for the first one. It just kind of like happened.
Right. So that means podcast listeners show up to watch all 13 episodes, and you may, and again, use the word may.
May your name will be put into a raffle.
For
And
a potential,
potential.
potential. See,
And
this is what we're talking about, people. We've made a show of this kind of commentary. And, we mix in some franchising stuff too.
yeah, I'm just waiting for the really fast like voiceover guy that goes offered not valid. And there you go.
Maybe, but I don't think so. That costs extra money.
Oh yeah. We're already spending money on the non-existent merch for the people that won't write in.
Oh, that's sad. You're assuming that these listeners right now will not write in. I have faith in them. I have faith in you, podcasters. You'll actually get off of a podcast and go watch a TV streaming thing.
Hey everyone, I want to take a moment to spotlight one of our premier franchise partners, eVive Brands. eVive is actually a community of 4 brands founded on the idea of helping people live and thrive no matter what life throws their way. All of eVive's brands offer prospective franchise owners the opportunity to become trusted providers in their local community. Let's take a look at the brands. Number 1 is Executive Home Care, which is one of the nation's leading in-home senior care providers. Number 2 is Assisted Living Locators, which is a senior placement and referral franchise. Then we have Grayson's Estate Sales, and they stand out as a trusted name in estate sales and liquidation services. And finally, the Brothers Who Just Do Gutters, which has expertise in, wait for it, gutters, the installation, replacement, maintenance, and cleaning for both residential and commercial properties. With the incredible support that eVive Brands offers their franchisees, you cannot go wrong with any of these choices. As always, FranCoach is here to help you determine which franchise is your best match, so reach out today to create your better tomorrow. Hey everyone, I wanted to take a quick break from our podcast to tell you about our amazing friends at Entrepreneur. If you're looking to become a franchisee or simply learn more about business ownership, and guys, let's be honest, you're listening to the Franchising 101 podcast, so we know you have some interest in this. And I really encourage you to go to entrepreneur.com to check out all of their great content and resources.
Seriously, Entrepreneur has everything, all the way from a bookstore to the best podcasts, webinars, and videos, plus information on upcoming events and the latest articles that seriously, they cover all aspects of franchising and business ownership. If you're having trouble deciding which franchise is right for you, start with Entrepreneur's renowned Franchise 500 ranking, which highlights the best franchises of 2022. For 45 years and counting now, Entrepreneur has been and continues to be the most widely recognized and respected authority in the franchising market. Digital and print subscriptions are available, so you never miss out on anything. So seriously, what are you waiting for? Go to entrepreneur.com right now and learn more.
Okay, so how about this? How many people are going to listen to this before the show airs Friday night and are going to go to francoach.net or franchising101podcast.net to like quickly get something in for that first episode?
5.
5?
5.
Okay, I'm taking the
You,
under.
me, and the 3 people that we know.
Which are really all people that are your friends and they just tolerate me.
Pretty sure that's correct. More of my family will watch than people that know you. And that
Yes.
says something because my family has no clue what we do.
No, but nobody outside of franchising does.
Not true. I think some others do. Your mom does.
Knows what we do.
Yeah.
I don't think many people outside of franchising get how big it is.
Well, you didn't say how big. That's a conversation for another podcast and probably not this one.
So, Danielle,
Needle and thread, Tim.
why don't you take over the podcast again?
But you're just going to take it back.
No. Fire away.
Hi,
I'll give you,
podcasters.
I'll give
This
you,
is Danielle Wright with the Franchising 101 podcast. So great to have you listening to our banter today. I'm pretty sure you won't hear it again unless you tune into Biz TV and watch the Franchising 360 show. Then you'll hear a lot of it. And then
and
I'm
when is
sorry.
that show?
That's Fridays at sometime between 8 and 9 Eastern.
We're
We're not
pretty
really
sure,
sure.
we're pretty sure it's 8
I
to
thought it was
8:30.
8:30. He thinks it's 8 to 8:30, but I'm sure somewhere after us is going to be a really great show that you'll want to be like dial in for. So you should just watch us for a little bit and then watch that one thereafter because I'm sure it's way better.
Keep talking for a second and I'll see if I can actually look this up.
Gosh, he actually asked me to keep talking. Like so unusual of him. Someone else holding the mic?
Yes.
Shocker.
Confirmation.
Of
8
course,
East,
because
8 Eastern.
if there's ever a man that is wrong, he will never admit it.
That's wrong.
Hmm.
I'll happily admit it when it happens.
Right.
But no, you and I had the same fear on this too. We were spouting off 8 Eastern and then we're like, was it 8 or was it 8:30? But it is in fact 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. So it's like live TV, except not exactly live because if we're being honest, we've already recorded the first couple episodes and they are, I mean, Emmy worthy, I think.
Are you sure you're not talking about the fake Emmys that they give out to the crappy TV shows before the actual Emmys?
Isn't
I
there an
forget
Emmy
what they're
for
called, but there is an actual show that like gives
the
out bad Emmys.
the crappies?
I, maybe. Was that what they are? Why
I
are
don't
you
know.
gonna put something out that's not true?
I
Like,
don't
oh,
know.
wait, because it's you. Huh?
As Danielle quickly Googles, what are
Yeah.
the fake Emmys?
It's a generation that's lost on the whole like Google. Google is a thing.
That whole
Yeah, no, they're
world?
just telling me arguably the worst Emmy winners. Well, that's awesome.
Oh, well,
Oh,
maybe we'll be there.
one of your shows says it was the made bad Emmy history. Look at us taking a whole different route. You said Emmy, and now we're not even where we were talking about, like what we needed to be talking about.
What were you
Franchising,
what were you talking about
podcasts,
there? Because TV shows are
shows.
kind of like a franchise.
True. So are football teams.
What show were you just talking about?
Better Call Saul.
Oh, so there's a good topic for us. Is you mentioned football. It's the fall. It's almost football season. How are we feeling about our Knowles this year, Danielle?
Oh, why you want to go there? You
Well,
could like
look,
be killing half of your podcast audience by bringing up the Seminoles, man. Like, know your
come on.
audience.
Well, but hey, let's be honest. If there are Gator fans out there, I am no longer allowed to like a Gator fan. That's my loyalty to you. So take that,
Sorry,
Gator fans.
listeners. Listeners, I'm so sorry. He does not. He does not. Nope.
No
He
Gator
lo
fans, no
he
St. Louis
has
Cardinal
equal
fans.
love. Oh,
I
well,
do
that one I
not.
can't help you. Like
No.
baseball, I'm out. Like he's got his whole thing. Like if you, yeah, look behind him if you're actually watching this. Like there is no doubt, right? Like no doubt. But you really want to bring up college football right
Yeah.
now?
Yeah. How are we feeling about the Knowles?
I feel fine about the Knowles like I do every year.
Are you sad that we didn't hop on a plane and go to Ireland
I am very much
for the
so. You
first
don't love
game?
me enough.
Well, I was going to, but we did this TV show instead.
Again, you don't love me enough. You subject me to working versus things that bring me joy.
Well,
Travel
that was the
and
other
travel.
exciting news I had to tell you is I actually have us 2 tickets to the Florida State game in Ireland.
No, you don't. You're such a liar. I knew I'd break you. Like, don't lie. Really, what are you
As
telling all of your loyal
as I'm Googling here
podcasters
really
right now?
fast.
Like, you
If anybody in
literally are
French,
telling your loyal podcasters that you're a liar to your wife.
um, well, I have them, but I sold them. I gave them away to, yeah, I got nothing. Like it's a bunch of
Yeah,
crap.
you should just stop.
Okay. Well, go Knowles. Feel free to message the franchising 101 team about who your pick is for, this year's college football playoffs because we love some college football here on
We
Team
do
FranCoach.
love college football. Like minus like all of those other things. We do. I mean, I can't speak for you. I'm not always on the podcast, but I am very much a college football girl. Your baseball stuff, yay. Basketball, my feelings on basketball.
No, share those with everyone.
But some college football is my jam.
What was
I'm
your
like the person sitting in the recliner all day eating food and not leaving my seat, flipping back between multiple TVs. Like that's your girl.
what was your comment after seeing a college basketball game in person for the first time?
Why are you gonna do that to me?
Because there's no way that you're the only person that is the thought of that or
I
made that
I felt the
realization.
court was bigger on TV.
Right. Because then you
It's
get in
smaller
person,
in person.
it's smaller in person and
Said
everybody's
for
really
a
big.
lot of people about a lot of things. It's this big. No, it's not lies.
Fishing stories.
Yep, those two.
Yes. Yes. So go Knowles. Um and okay. So franchising 360 show Fridays, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, Biz TV. Go ahead and just download the app right now. Bookmark the website. There's a lot of like amazing programs on
If you
there
actually
that
watch local TV, it's on the local channel.
some of them we don't know which ones because I don't know exactly where you live to tell you where
You don't
that
know where I
is.
live? I thought you knew where I
I
lived.
know where you live. I don't know where the people listening live, right? As our amazing TV producer Topher told us, like don't say everyone because they're not all sitting together. You got to speak to each individual person. I don't know where that one lives. I don't know where that one lives. But there are local channels, but just download the app because there's great stuff. Guess what? Biz TV is all about business
No
related
way. You
things.
don't say.
I know. I
I
don't know
just thought
how
they were
they
choosing three letters that magically came together.
I think there was a little strategy behind that. So
Strategery.
strategery, yes,
Got
indeed.
it.
So check that out. Hopefully it will.
If you love this commentary and you want more of it, with a little
Although
bit of franchising mixed in.
I think we get a little more franchising mixed in on the TV show, at least.
Yeah, it's just because you were trying for it. I'm pretty sure a couple episodes in, closer to 12 and 13, will be like, yeah, you want to know this? Let me tell you more.
Right. Maybe we say the word franchising at that point. Maybe we don't.
Maybe we shorten it to franchise.
It's,
Shocker.
it's F360.
That too.
Right. That's the internal code because franchising is a long word to spell out.
Such a long word. But
I
like
don't
you
have time
said,
for that.
franchise was taken.
Yes. Wonder if an F360 wouldn't have made any sense. So there you go.
Correct.
But it's got a super cool logo that'll look great on that merch once we get the website up and running. So the franchising360show.com. Finally, something of ours that is .com and not .net. FranCoach.net.
We're a little slow on the uptake. It's fine. Took us a little while to get here.
Franchising101podcast.net.
We matured a long time.
As you know, Danielle's wonderful franchise consulting business, createashift.com. There's an F in there, shift.com.
Yeah, don't be confused, even though it's fine.
It's fine. So, any parting words for our wonderful listeners today?
2 words part?
If you were to come back in a reincarnation, what's your goal?
Do you end everything with like a weird question? Like, I mean,
do you have to question my questions?
Always. Because I'm never really sure where they're going. So before I answer, you need to make sure that I'm clear on where the thoughts are supposed to be. Reincarnation is a weird conversation, but maybe, hey, wait, maybe you have the pet crematory franchise on here one day. That's right, people. There is a franchise that you can own to cremate your furry friends, because what he's trying to get to is if something were to happen to me, I want to come back just as bougie as my dog. So I want to be with a very lovable dog person that lets me sleep for 7 hours on a couch all day long.
Yes.
And literally only wants me to chase like tennis balls for maybe 15 minutes of the day.
Yeah. And the 7 hours on the couch is also like in between like 3 other naps.
True.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was just trying to give you a chance to, plug Henry, because he's also would also be a return guest on this show.
Yeah, but you'll never see him on the Franchising 360 show.
Well, maybe we'll bring him in there one time.
I don't think so. Topher's dog will attack him.
Oh yeah, they're not going to get along.
They're not going to get along. He's a loving creature, and she is a female dog.
And on that note, people, the not known as a female dog, lovely, the talented, my amazing, beautiful wife, Danielle Wright, and co-host of the new TV show on Biz TV, the Franchising 360 show, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, starting tomorrow night, Friday. What better way to kick off your Labor Day weekend than this show? Yeah, I got nothing else after that. Danielle, thanks for coming on today.
Thanks for throwing this last minute on my calendar.
You're welcome. That last minute, that was planning. That was like 7 hours ago.
Sure.
So thanks.
You're welcome.
And for everybody else, we're sorry. We'll be back to regularly scheduled programming next week.
Very soon.
So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Check us out tomorrow night, Biz TV, and we'll catch you next week here on, what is this one? The Franchising 101 podcast. Thanks so much. All right. Thanks again, as always, to our loyal podcast listeners, and especially if you got all the way through that one. So yeehaw. But we are super excited for our new TV show, the Franchising 360 show, every Friday night, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, Biz TV, BizTV.com. Find the app wherever you got your little smart TVs. They are everywhere. Tons of great programming on there as well. Clearly, the Franchising 360 show is going to be the flagship program. But we are there talking about all things franchising. So please check it out. Do come back next week for the Franchising 101 podcast. We'll try to get back on topic a little bit more, less college football, less reincarnating as dogs and whatever else that we just talked about today. We are here at FranCoach.net, Franchising101podcast.net. As always, there's no fee for our service. When you are ready to learn a little bit more about franchise ownership, reach out to us and let us help you create your better tomorrow. Thanks so much. We'll see you next week.